Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah. Wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulina wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa dhurriyatihi wa ahli baytihi tasliman kathiran. Amin ya rabbal alameen. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Amin. Alright, welcome back. Let us begin. Alright, so here we have the conclusion. Faslun, okay, so like next chapter. إذا تأملت ما أورادنا, if you contemplated ما أورادنا, what we transmitted من الأحاديث, عرفت min majmu'iha, you would recognize from its collectivity. I believe that means like from where it was collected, or perhaps from their collective evidence, is what the book says. You'll realize from their collective evidence أنه لا كراهة البتة, that there is al-batati, excuse me, that there is nothing makruh, there is nothing disliked in it, in terms of like a final decision. Al-batata, like a final decision. في al-jahri bil-dhikr, in Out Loud Dhikr. Bel, rather, فيه ما يدل, it points على istihbabihi, it points to it being mustahab, being even encouraged, right? Imma, either, sarihan aw iltizam, and these two words we came about earlier, right? Explicitly or implicitly. Explicitly being, what's an example of it being explicit? Like the mountains, perhaps, that, no, that's probably iltizam, more so like the mountains that, ask each other, has a dhakir passed by you yet? Or perhaps, Allah, maybe they can hear you making dhikr silently. Sarihan iltizaman, explicitly, implicitly, sarihan. Let me think for a second. Sorry, guys. What's an example of being sarih? Maybe you can help me out here. I've had a long week. Let's go up and look at some hadith. Here we go. Yeah. من دخل السوق فقال لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير. Whoever walks in the souk and says this, right? Or that they would come to the souk, and be shouting the takbir out loud, right? Tell your companions to raise their voice at takbir. That's sarih. That's like explicit, right? Okay. So I mean, if you go back and look through this, you can, I'm sure you can point out which ones are sarih and iltizaman. Alright, moving on. Kama asharna ilayhi, like what we indicated, or as we have indicated. Wama mu'aradatihi, mu'aradatihi, and with regards to the opposition, bi hadithin, with the hadith, khayru dhikri, the best dhikr, al-khafiyu, is the silent dhikr, al-khafi. Then it is like, okay, so this is kind of an interesting sentence. I read this in Arabic, and then just trying to figure out, in terms of the Arabic, what exactly is going on in this sentence. So this is like, I actually had to ask for help, because this just confused me at first. I was like, ism, and I just didn't notice that it's, you have a bunch of indefinite, you have three indefinite isms, nouns, and then the definite ism. It's a quadruple idafa. So nadhirun of mu'aradati of ahadithi of al-jahri. Quite a bit. It's not that common that you see a gigantic idafa like that for ism idafa, but so literally I believe what this says is then it is like the counterpoint of opposition of hadiths, of out loud hadiths, bil Qur'ani bi hadithi. What this essentially means in English, as far as pretty much everybody who's translating this, is that it's saying it is like arguing with out loud hadith. Let me think here a second. It's like arguing, or like the point of arguing for, or it's like the point of arguing against out loud recitation of the Quran, right? With this hadith. And this next hadith is al-musirri, bil Qur'ani kal-musirri bi sadaqati. That the literally like the silent one with the Quran is like the silent one with charity, or the secret one. Like the secret one with the Quran is like the secret one with charity. Or more understandably, like the text says, the one who recites Quran silently is like the one who gives sadaqah in secret. This is another hadith. وقد جمع النووي, and Imam Nawawi gathered between the two of these, بأن الإخفاء, because the silent أفضل حيث خاف, the silent is better, is أفضل, more preferred, I guess you could say, or more beneficial, or just better. That's what the check says. حيث خاف, in times when you have fear of خاف الرياء, when you fear showing off, أو تأذى به مصلون أو نيام, or you fear bothering by it, people who are praying or sleeping. So basically reciting the Quran or making dhikr silently is better, afdal, if you fear showing off or bothering people who are praying or sleeping. Now from a Arabic perspective, which is half the reason I'm doing this is to improve my Arabic, I'm actually kind of curious why this is rafa. Musalluna, why isn't it musallina? I would presume that these two words would actually be in nasab status, musallina aw niyama, and so musalluna aw, and I sort of followed then aw niyamu. So I'm kind of curious, ta'dhabihi musallina. Maybe this is just an error in writing, or I'm just not understanding something, which is more probable. Let me see. Oh, ta'dhabihi musallina. Yeah, I really don't understand, unless it's unless they're of course the fa'al of the verb. They're the ones doing the verb. Ta'dha. Give me 1 second. I can look it up actually. Ta'dha. B, yeah. Or it could be ta'adha. B. Yeah, I think it might be ta'adha. 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 Yeah, let me see. Ta'adha. Okay, yeah. So these are the doers of the verb. Yeah, okay, that's why. That means to be bothered. Okay. Ta'dha or ta'adha. If you give me another moment, y'all, I can look this up a bit further in another dictionary. So unfortunately you can't see my screen, but let's see here. Adhiya, to suffer damage, be harmed. Form 4, to harm, hurt, wrong, molest, annoy, irritate, trouble, cause pain. And form 5 is not form 5. Okay. Is here oh wait, no, it might be suffer damage, be wrong, to feel offended, be hurt. Alright, well, I guess I can stop wasting everyone's time. Maybe I'll think about this a little bit further in the next video. I might change the harakat of this. I believe this is what Dr. Shadi al-Masri said when he was reading through it, but I mean, when you're reading without harakat, sometimes you can miss these like small details of, verb conjugation and stuff. Either way though, so these are both Arun and Rafa status, so they're the ones being bothered. It seems like form 4 is the most, in terms of the dictionary, which means to molest, annoy, irritate, trouble, having the pattern of afala yuf'ilu, afala yuf'ilu. I'm still learning my irregular sarf, so you have a word here that has the root of alif dhal ya, which is an irregular. I think here okay. Let's move on. I'll think about that later. It's gonna take too much thinking and video time. والجهر أفضل في غير ذلك, and silently is better and other than that. لأن العمل, because doing it فيه أكثر results in like doing it more numerously. ولأن, and because فائدته, its benefit. Fa'ida is a benefit. That's a good word to know. If that's not in your vocabulary already. تتعدى إلى السامعين, because it the benefit passes to the listeners. So people who can hear someone making dhikr or reciting Quran, it has a benefit, a fa'ida, and it passes to people who hear it. وَلِأَنَّهُ يوقظ, because it wakes up قلب القارئ, wakes up the heart of the reciter. وَيَجْمَعُ هَمَّهُ, and gathers his energy إِلَى الْفِكْرِ, to reflection. وَيَصْرِفُ, and directs سَمْعَهُ إِلَيْهِ, his hearing to it. I could put a comment right here. وَيَطْرُرُ النَّوْمَ, and expels sleep. وَيَزِيدُ, so زَادَ يَزِيدُ فِي النَّشَاطِ, زَادَ, like رَبَّنَا زِدْنَا عِلْمًا, رَبِّي زِدْنِي عِلْمًا, right? Same word. Zid is a fil ama wa du'a form of this same verb. Yazidu, and increases in nashati, in energy or activity. وَقَالَ بَعْضُهُمْ, and some of them said, يُسْتَحَبُّ الْجَهْرُ, the out loud is good or preferred, بِبَعْضِ الْقِرَاءَةِ, with some of the recitation, وَالْإِصْرَارُ بِبَعْضِهَا, and silently with some. So like some say that it is preferred or liked or something to do some silently and some out loud, and secretly. Sorry about them. Wait, hang on. وَالْإِصْرَارُ, that means secretly. I could see. Secretly. Let me see what the text said here. I think I just made a mistake there. 1 second. I'm sorry. According to some, it is desirable to have part of its recitation out loud and part of it silently. Yeah. Because the secret one, قَدْ يَمِلُّ فَيَأْنَسُ, because the the silent one may become bored. Yamidu may become bored. فَيَأْنَسُ and al-jahri bil-jahri, and out loud will cheer him up, or like wake him up, or you know what I mean, make him unbored. Yeah, I'm sorry, I had a little brain fart for a second there. Al-jahru, out loud, I'm sorry, I don't know what just happened there. So out loud with some of the recitation is yustahabu, is like, you know, preferred, and then secretly israru, or you could say silently with some. Excuse me, guys. Wal-jahiru, and the one who does it out loud, this is like fa'il, jahid, someone who does something out loud. قَدْ يَكِلُّ فَيَسْتَرِيحُ بِالْإِصْرَارِ, and the bil-jahri in this last one. And so like the out loudness, you know, cures the boredom. And so the one out loud, قَدْ يَكِلُّ, can become tired, right? يَكِلُّ, become tired. فَيَسْتَرِيحُ, and so so the secret or silent dhikr can relax him. Right. So I'm sure if you've ever recited out loud that, like for me, my mouth and throat becomes really dry. So doing it silently can help with that. Or if you're doing it for or perhaps other things, you know, other reasons you may become tired. Maybe your just mouth runs out of energy, so doing it silently can, you know what I mean, relax you, give you some time for your throat and mouth and everything to relax. Intaha, so intaha means like end a quote. Intaha, or like literally intaha kalam an-Nawawi, ending. The speech of Imam Nawawi has ended, you could say. So this concludes the quote of Imam Nawawi. So I can put a little marker. Where is it? Jama'an Nawawi. Here it is. Okay, so here's the quote of Imam Nawawi, where it begins right here, and that's down where it ends. I could put quotations right here. Nawawi bin Humabi, and so I can put the quotation marks there to here. All right. Alrighty. Sorry for my little errors. I mean, it's going to happen. I'm a little bit newer with the Arabic. So make dua for me, and I make dua for all of you, inshallah. May Allah increase us all in knowledge and grant us mastery of this Arabic language, and may it spread far and wide. And may Allah fill us with ikhlas, and help us to act upon the knowledge that we obtain, and to avoid the pitfalls of seeking knowledge and the pitfalls of everything else. اللهم اجعلنا من الصابرين اللهم اجعلنا من الشاكرين اللهم اجعلنا من أهل الجنة الفردوس الأعلى آمين اللهم ارفعنا ربنا زدنا علما. Alright, make whatever dua you like, and then we can end with al-Fatiha and continue with this conclusion. Alright, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Oh yeah, and with regards to, I was making dua and I just threw in Allahumma ja'alna minas sabirin. I should be careful with that. Ideally, you know, when you are in some kind of, as far as I know at least, when you're in some kind of, you know, tribulation, is when you want to ask Allah for sabr with the tribulation. But generally, you want to be careful with asking Allah to make you one of the sabirin, or He may send you tests to hone your sabr. And may Allah protect us. I mean, may Allah grant us sabr during times of tribulation, and we ask Him though regularly to make us among the shakirin. Allahumma ja'alna min ash-shakirin, the people who are thankful and grateful, right? Like it says in the Quran, inna ma'al usri yusra, right? Indeed, with hardship comes ease. And as far as I know, the Sahaba, knew that when they were in ease, they were just awaiting, the next fitna they would be tested with in terms of hardship. And they were in times of hardship. They knew that after that would come times of ease. So the test of being in hardship is a test of your sabr, and that you do not decrease in your ibadah, but you should actually increase in your ibadah. Interestingly enough, during times, personally, in times when I've been in hardship, is actually when I've increased in ibadah. Alhamdulillah. Surprisingly, it's kind of interesting, the harder, it becomes harder to do ibadah, and yet you do more than before, right? Isn't that interesting? And that's how, that's what you want to strive for, and may we always be given that. And in times of ease, the test is not becoming lazy, not falling off, not becoming ungrateful. The test is to be thankful, have shukr with Allah Azza wa Jal, with our Rabb, who is the one giving us this ease. And some people, during times of hardship, they find this to be a blessing, because it keeps them more conscious of Allah, even in every moment, right? Especially times of physical illness, stuff like that. It can help you really realize that who truly is in control, and who you truly are completely helpless without, Allah, right? Or helpless without Him. So, all right, I'll conclude there. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك